We are live. Holy cannoli, we're live. So we have announced this, not with loads of notice, but we have announced this. So I know the right people will find it. I am just trying to see this on Facebook as well, because I love to like simultaneously watch in two places. But Holly, thank you for being here.
Hello. I'm so excited to be here. This is so wonderful connecting.
Yes, queen. Okay, we got one person so far. Okay, I see us on Emily Moon. So we are, in fact, live. So wherever you see this, and then I will explain who my fantastic guest is. Please say if you are live watching us, and please as well put hashtag replay if you watch the replay. We have so much exciting things to talk about. But first, who is this phenomenal guest with me?
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. Oh my gosh. Like thinking back to where it all started, right? Like, and what that was when it all started and who I was then to who I am now. Like,
But first of all, who are you?
I know, and that's what it's like. I'm checking in and like saying, who am I? Okay, so in this moment, I am a business owner of Ignite Shine Bright, where I empower people to ignite their flame and remember how important they are and how special they are and how we forget because life is hard. Life doesn't have to be hard though. And Emily helped me with that, and she helped me transition that. And it has been crazy how easy things have been becoming a business owner. And so I'm Holly Allen, and I'm definitely high vibe, high energy, and I'm here to serve in the highest way for the highest good of humanity.
Oh, what a beautiful, beautiful thing to say. And so true. And me too. So Holly is an alumni. We've got 7 people watching. Don't be shy. Tell us that you're here, please. And welcome to the living room.
Yes.
Dry cleaning. Well, you know what? Dry cleaning is important. Anyway,
So important.
important. I was not going to do it. No way.
Quality clothes need quality cleaning.
Amen, girl. So Holly was a client in CLEAR REBORN, is a graduate of CLEAR REBORN. CLEAR REBORN is, I would arguably say, my top program I've run so far. It was a dive and it was, I'm being very modest here. It was incredibly powerful and insane and amazing. Incredibly powerful, insane and amazing.
So powerful.
And we will talk about what the group experience was like. And Holly also did that as a VIP. Anybody that does my programs, I generally offer a VIP option so that you can add one-on-one in addition to the group experience to get a bit more detail in your experience. And if that's still like the lower cost version of like one-on-one packages. So that's a great like midway to work with me together. But Holly is still a one-on-one client. So Holly, you've been with me now since I want to say January, and we've seen a lot of changes.
Yes. And I want to say that it even started a little bit before January because the package was 3 months, like CLEAR REBORN was 3 months. And I think we clicked, like we got started a little bit before CLEAR REBORN.
You're right, actually. I think you were one of the few that we got to do your first one-on-one session like end of December.
Yeah, that's what I think too. Like, oh my gosh. Yes.
So I'm so thankful that you're here. So thankful. It is one thing for me to explain what this is all like, but it's a whole other thing to hear from other people. And today, guys, has been such a beautiful day because I actually had a one-on-one client in my house for a session that, you know, and I have these moments with you as well. Like there's so many incredible moments where you're like, holy shit, this is why I do this. And so it's just been an incredible, awe-inspiring like 24 hours to run Moon Rising, to be here for all of you. And yeah, I just really want to give you guys the inside scoop of what it's like as a client. What is it like? So Holly, what was your experience like? Who were you then? Who are you now? How are you reborn? What is happening? What's going on?
Yes, 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 yes. All the things. So first, I would like to say, like, I totally believe in divine timing, and I believe that you ask and it will be presented.
Mm.
And I think it's up to us to take that leap of faith if it's presented in a way that we're like, wait, what? And the reason I say that is because Emily Moon was a complete stranger to me. And someone posted on Instagram of
Elena,
another.
thank you.
Yes, Elena, thank you so much. And Elena and I had become accountability partners in another group that we were doing, and we had not really been in contact for a little bit. And she posted this testimony, and I knew Elena's story. So seeing that testimony and seeing her transformation and her progression, I was just like, okay, I need to follow this girl because she's got some things going on. If like Elena can shoot through the stars. So I just followed quietly. You know, I was that quiet stalker. And
I'm
then
always
somehow I don't know because that's the weirdest thing. Like, I don't remember seeing any of your things until one day there was a live with you and Danielle. And I just like clicked. I don't even know how I got to it. That's why I say divine timing is so important. And it blew my mind. So I clicked, went down the rabbit hole. I got on this live with you and Danielle, and it was powerful. And I was like, whoa, if like this is what she's offering for free, like whoa. And you offered your package. You were talking about Clear and it's coming. And I was like, okay, well, this is all different to me. I don't know this girl. And karma clearing or karma is kind of like a level outside of my knowledge base and my safety because I was raised very religious and we don't talk about past lives or karma. And so that was like another stepping outside my comfort zone. Stranger, comfort zone. And then I was like, I'm about to give this chick some money and I don't even know her, but I'm doing it because my intuition, like literally when I sat on my call and I had an experience with the clearing and I was like, whoa. And my intuition said, this is the next step. And I had been asking, I need clarity. I need to understand what my next step is because right now my world feels like a hurricane. Everything's spinning. I feel like I'm doing all the things, but I'm not getting the results. Like all of my actions seem to like be void. Like what I'm doing and what I'm getting, like they're not matching up. And I was like, okay, someone's got to help me because I'm doing the things, but they're not getting the things.
Mm.
And so I would say, at my lowest point mentally because I was just so frustrated. I knew there was so much inside of me, but it wasn't coming out in the way that I expected it to.
Yeah,
And I
that's
just kept hitting roadblocks.
it's when like and first of all, I love that you shared all that. And I feel like that's often what happens. I feel like it happens in one of two flavors. Somebody knows this work.
Mm.
Somebody has tried this work. Someone has had their mind freaking blown at what kind of change is possible. And like, I'm sorry, everybody freaking talks about change, right? We got like
Yes.
fitness programs, we got our coaches, I understand that. We all want change. We all want self-development. We want the shortest route. We want the easiest route. And
Yeah.
for a lot of us, I'm sorry, I'm going to call the kettle black. We want the least expensive route. We're going to talk about that.
Yes, we're going to talk about that.
I get it. I totally get it. Because if I could jump back and speak to, and I have in meditation, my like mid-20s self when I was at the point of, oh crap, I need something to push me through the gate.
Yes.
I don't know what it is.
Yes. Yes. That's where I was.
That's this moment. That's this. So for anyone watching this, I know we have lots of people that know karmic work really well on here too, but for anyone that watches this, if you, I'm like, I should have set up Instagram too. Dang, so much text. Next time. Anyone that watches this, you don't need to know what karmic work is. You don't need to believe in past lives. You don't need to be spiritual. You don't need any of those things. All you need is to be open and to know that if you're ready for it, the most important journey of your entire fucking life is about to begin.
I could do the happy dance with that because that is like legit straight up the truth. Like, and I almost said, okay, if you're not ready for a big shift, a big transformation, then just don't because you are going to be catapulted. Like, and I guess this is where, like, to myself, like, and this has been a shift in my things too. I had a mentor tell me one time, you can tell your values by looking at your checkbook or bank account now, right? And I've heard people say, hey, my checking account is basically like a food diary because they just eat out all the time. And it was very important for me to make the shift that my healing was my priority, because what I felt prior to going through my healing journey was I didn't have all the pieces and parts, and they were just open wounds. So everything was activating and triggering me. And I was showing up in a world that wasn't actually real because it was my world that I was projecting out.
Oh my God,
And
you said, oh my God, I honor you so much. That was so beautifully said. Wow.
And so if you look at my bank account now, you'll see that money goes to savings and money goes to what can up level me. And I don't put my money where my mouth isn't, because if I'm not going to show up and do the work and be all in, I'm not going to waste my money. I'm not stupid, right? But I am very determined and dedicated to my progress.
You are, and I think that's why you've done really exceptional and taken to this like an absolute duck to water. We'll get back to the subject of money. But in terms of, yeah, like, so don't get me wrong, there's parts of moon rising that are a little bit lighter. For example, sound medicine, Reiki. These are all things I can tap into for people, absolutely. But why I'm here is not for a person to just feel relaxed or have a light temporary experience or a band-aid. And I'm sorry, but I will call it out too. There are a lot of healing modalities that are amazing. They all have a point. Don't get me wrong. I love breath work. Breath work, I feel like a euphoric goddess after breath work. It feels great. And I'm not knocking any of these things. They're all important. But out of everything I've tried, out of everything I've seen my clients try, the one that for whatever reason gets to the crux of it, the root of it permanently, so that you can escalate in your life, is this.
And I just like to add something there, because you have to think about it on levels. And it took me 38 years to get to where I am. I don't need just a glass of water. You know what I'm saying? I needed an IV hookup. Like, I'd been in the desert for a really long time. You know what I'm saying? Like, a water bottle was not going to do it. I needed a lot more because I'd been out in the desert in the wilderness for a really long time. Excuse me for just a moment. My computer's dying, so let me grab this power cord real quick.
See, that's the thing. I want to jump in and say that. And again, if you've not yet commented, you're watching, please do let us know. Let us know. Let us know. And I'm so debating if I can multitask with Instagram, but it might be. I don't know if it's worth the tech disaster. We'll post it there after so people can watch. But you don't have to wait until you're in that oh shit moment, guys. And you don't have to, and another thing, you don't have to wait until it's, quote, the right time because you have all this extra money to do and, quote, like, throw away on something you don't know if it's going to work.
But what if it does? But what if it does? And I think that's where I play the what if game. Like, you have to remember that we've been programmed with ego to protect us. And where has that gotten you? Are you like thriving in your life right now? Like, are you loving everything about your life right now? Do you still want to up level? And that's where I say, like, you got to play the what if game. What if I'm not ready? What if I can't really afford it? What if like this is going to stretch me a little? What if this investment in myself 3x's me next month, 5x's me? And that's what happened to me. Every time I invested with Emily Moon and in myself, it's like a game. It's like a game, literally. Here, Emily Moon and Moon Rising, help me heal. And then it's like, oh my gosh, this person just called me out of nowhere and says, hey, I just had an abundance overflow and I want to share with you. This person's never given me money ever in the history of ever. And I was like jaw dropped when it happened because that's just how unique this relationship was. Then I invested again because once you see the transformation, once you see the way your life changes, like I'm a moon rising situation for lifer. Like keep the programs coming because I'm just gonna keep up leveling. You know what I'm saying? And I invested again and I laughed because by the end of the month, I got even more money. Like I invested here and then by the end of the month, I got the next. I was like, it's like moon rising pays for itself. Like this is kind of fun. Yeah.
So I have to say, though, not everybody has that experience, but a lot of people have that experience. I think the reason you have that experience is one thing I want to talk about too, is why you've been so successful in Moonrising, why you've taken to this literally like a duck to water. And I think I have a clue, but I'm curious also what you would say. Because
I know, I
I
was curious what you're going to say, but I said I was curious. I was like, ooh, I wonder what she thinks about this.
I think it's because you're determined to rise.
Mm-hmm.
When we are someone, oh, just got really dark. Gotta put the light on. When we are so determined to cling to our old self and old identity, it's very, very challenging, no matter what healing work you do, to get out of that.
Yes.
If you somewhere in your heart and your soul believe and know this can change, I can change my money, I can work a job, because this is one of the changes I saw you go through. I don't know if we've said this yet. Yes, we've said I'm a business owner. But when I first met you, and this is something I see a lot of people go through, you were working at a job that you really were not happy with how they treated you, transitioning into your soul work. Yeah. So why has it worked so well for you? I think it's because I just heard you were ready for it. Yes, we know that. Like, clearly, like, I think you called me in, I called you in, we manifested each other, because I'm always manifesting people that are at that right point.
Yes.
And I'll just say, whoever watches this, your right point might be a different right point than Holly, but it will be that intuitive feeling of, oh my God, this feels kind of right, even though I don't understand it.
Yes.
Don't try to logic it. That's not the damn point. But I think you do so well because you want to rise. And because as well, when I do the sessions with you, literally in the one-on-one sessions, in addition to, of course, the groups, I see you fully commit. I see you fully trust. I see you fully go through the energy process and the visualizations, and you're all the way there with me, and you're always thinking forward and always thinking up. And I think that has made it so that you've been super successful with this work. Why do you think?
I think that too. I was definitely ready. And I also believe that my soul was ready. I called you in, just like you said. I was at a point where I was like, I've done the 6 figures. I've done the top of everything. I've been the winner and champion and high achiever of all the things. But yet this feels, like this does not light me up. This depresses me. I'm debilitated. I don't want to feel this way. And I'm just very much that person that I'm not here to survive. I'm not. I'm here to thrive. If God said, Holly, you are on this planet with the only strand of DNA that is unlike any other person, there's probably a different reason for me to be here than just go to my job and say, hey, this is what I did for you. Congratulations. And I also believe it's energy for energy. What you put on, what you put in is what you're going to get back out. And I'm the person, it's not going to be on me. I'm going to show up and do the thing because I'm not going to be like, oh, if I just would have tried harder, if I just would have shown up. And honestly, I've healed that self-love aspect where I don't self-criticize. So if I'm doing it, I'm doing it. And I'm doing it with all of me because that's how much I believe in my success. And honestly, if my intuition says, hey, Emily Moon's your next pivot, who am I to doubt that? You know, like, and I feel like my intuition is what I've lived my whole life with, and I win when I listen to my intuition. When I start up here, like, I get in the wilderness and I feel like super confused. And you know what happens? Is my progress is delayed because then my intuition is like, hey, girl, if you would have just listened, you didn't have to go through this. So I've learned to listen a lot better.
You said, oh my God, you're so eloquent with your words, girl.
Oh my God.
Like, on it. You were on it. I'm over here
like, so much.
I need like more rose tea. I'm in like sleepy, like blessed, grateful vibes.
Yeah.
I think I had such an intense in-person session, but
sure.
What a beautiful day. But like you just said, like really, truly going into the progress and going all in. If you do so this is also, okay, also to say, everybody, if you don't already know, the Luxury Mind is a 3-day mini course that starts on Sunday. Treat this like a paid program.
Yes, I'm doing it. I'm totally in. I'm telling you, anything that is available through Moon Rising, I know it's going to elevate and impact me. And I'm just telling you guys, if you could have felt and been in my shoes 3 months ago to feeling and being in my shoes today, Okay, let's just put like an image, because people can we can conceptualize things. Think of a person that felt like they had the weight of the world. They had stirring confusion. They had fear and scarcity. And they didn't understand that fear and scarcity is there, because obviously I've done the work on that. But there was fear so deeply. I've tried to start businesses for like the last 10 years, but I could never get clarity. I could never feel the push. I could never feel this is the thing. And I'll tell you, CLEAR REBORN, we finished a call. And this is something that was also very profound, is it lined up perfectly with what we were clearing, with what my next step was. So we cleared wealth, we cleared fame, and bam, 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 bam. And this is the thing though, like, you've got to take the inspired action. I took the inspired action because that intuition said, hey, she's your next thing. Are you really ready for this? Are you really ready for this next step in your life? Yes, please. Now give it to me. I've been waiting. Then when we cleared, inspired actions and downloads started coming up. They felt scary because they're different. And I literally remember sitting on the phone call. Emily's wrapping things up and I'm like, okay, this is inspired action. I'm contacting this author. I'm just going to do it because this is what it says to do. Contacted a very famous author because I felt called to create a program around her book and course. I get chills just thinking about it. Not only did I get a response in less than 24 hours, I sent the email because I know like she's very popular and famous and she's probably not checking her own personal email. So I wrote like an email helper. I get an email back that says, personally from this author, yes, please, this is needed. This is perfect. Let me know how I can help. Y'all, that blew my mind. And if you knew who this person was, you'd be like, OMG.
Tell me after, I want to know.
Oh my gosh.
So happy for you.
It's just the steps. And I always picture, like, we don't have to know what the next 5 steps are. We have to know what the next step is. Because when you get to that step, you might see a little bit further. You might be a little bit higher. You can see things from a different perspective. And then you take the next step. And that's where I try to just ground myself. And you've been so helpful with helping me remember to ground, because
I have magnets on my feet right now because I went to an acupuncturist because I've been doing so many sessions this week. And so I've been also grounding, and self-care around that is everything. There was something. This. Every program, and not just program, guys, there's a lot of ways to work with me. There's programs that's like, so from beginning, there's membership, there's programs, there's one-on-one. And in the middle, you can also do, as I said, one-on-one as a VIP. Those are the 3 ways to work together, period. It doesn't matter which direction you choose. It only matters that you begin and that you stick with it. Because if you just begin once and just kind of go, bye, how can I change your life? Give me time, give me commitment, and you will see change. And that's the whole damn point, is change. So anyway, every single program always comes in as like this strong, like whoosh of what source guides that the world needs at that time. And also to say, I don't know if you know this or if I've shared this with you, but like anytime I run something, I go through my own journey in that subject too. It's really weird. Every time. Every time. I'm not kidding. So by the way, CLEAR REBORN, which is not the next program, that's the one we just finished. That was about rebirth, becoming reborn. Then I was reborn in Dubai. As you may have seen on my social media, I am not the same human. I am beyond elevated in where I am now and working from that. And it was fucking great because I could take that to clients. And also to say, I'm getting ahead of myself, but I go through upgrades like mad. Clients that stay with me go through those upgrades too. That's why it's also worth it to stay the journey until you no longer feel that you need to be here. If you get to that when you get to that graduation point, fantastic. But also we can always use a little extra magic that Moonrising provides. Anyway, so different cycles of different programs and different subjects, and they all are what that next wave of people need, and that next wave of the transformations possible. And the current one that we're in, we know it's called Luxury Mind, right? But that's not the fuller picture. The more full picture we'll talk about in the Luxury Mind, but centers around money, wealth, business and feeling good in your body, and how feeling, I want to say, passionately connected to your sacred vessel of your body is everything to when it comes to wealth and money and connection. So that's why those of you that's been doing the challenges, by the way, definitely, again, treat Luxury Mind like you have paid $30, $40, $50,000 for it. If you treat it with that level of importance, you will see shifts, and then you will see what this is all really about. So please take advantage of this. When these moments happens, they are rare and important to begin. But the bigger change happens in the full programs, which, as you can guess, is coming up. So this next stage, as I said, is about building your dream life in business and money. And I'm very, 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 very excited, because that means that the right people are about to have the transformations that they've been waiting for, that they've been begging for, that they've been going, when? When? So, okay, what did Pia, hi.
Hi, Pia.
Pia, I feel like recently I've been constantly upgrading on the daily since CLEAR started.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, Pia. That group was profound. Like,
it was profound.
And I think that collective energy like that just made the up levels so much faster and stronger. And you said at the beginning, and I'm all about efficiency and automating things. And so if you tell me that this is going to get me from point A to point B faster, sign me up. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not looking to waste time. And yeah, CLEAR did that. And working with you was just like, boom. Like, it wasn't like, oh, I feel better today. It was like, whoo, whoa. Mind blowing.
So that's, okay, a few things to say. First of all, yes, CLEAR, phenomenal experience. Who knows if I'll ever run it again? Maybe. Who knows? I've been known to be very unpredictable. I'm a little like bird of a feather. But anyway, that's not the only journey in Moon Rising. And the next journey is, as I said, 21, well, I didn't fully say it, but 21 Days to Money and Dream Life Mastermind is what you're going to hear me talk about next week. But the point is, it doesn't really matter what it is. What matters is that you start. So if you're ready for that next change, just know the answer's right in front of you. So I want to talk about money.
Yes.
I want to talk about money. And all to say, if you don't know my story, because probably many people know my story, but not everybody does, I went from barely scraping by to living in $1 million home to being able to do luxury experiences at massively luxury hotels in Dubai and around the world. Very different world. Wearing Ted Baker when once upon a time, this was but a wish. It's true. Actually, I remember one day being like, let me read this. I commented earlier, but it didn't work. But Holly, I was at the same point you were when I did 21 Days to Abundance last year. Guys, that's one of the programs that you can now take again starting next week. Pay attention to the start dates. Pay attention. It's important. This is your sign. I had someone's comment. I had my back against the wall and my soul told me I needed this. It was wild because I did not have the cash flow to invest, but I did it and it paid for itself. Same with CLEAR. I think that's probably Pia. That summarizes it perfectly. I spoke to a lot of people, for example, in entrepreneur events in Dubai and whatnot, and many people were like, this is really cool. This is really interesting. But let me wait until my money's easier to think about starting. Look, I get it. I know. I've been through points where it was like, how the fuck am I going to spend money on this? I don't know what it is. And no, I get it. But you're halting your change.
Yes. And I think what's important, and then what just came through when you said that, is I think that's when you tell the universe, yes, I trust you. I don't see how it's going to work out, but I feel this. I see this. The opportunity has presented itself, and I'm going to trust you. because I've trusted myself and this is as far as I've gotten. And now I need someone else to trust because I want to go farther. And I think that's where the call to action, and I think that's why sometimes it's difficult for us because trust me, when I dropped the cash, I wasn't free flowing in the money. You know what I'm saying? It was a choice. And I was like, okay, if I do this, then that, leaves me with this. And I did it and I would do it again and again. And I wish I would have done it sooner. And I wish I would have found you sooner because I think that the leaps that you make when you do stretch out of your comfort zone. And I just want to remind everybody that your comfort zone only means that this is the space that you've expanded to. And if you think about it, it doesn't hurt to go a little bit more and a little bit more, but you have to go those increments to get to that life of luxury, that freedom, that abundance, that independent autonomy that you're looking for, that blessing of your family, that whatever it is, you got to stretch a little bit. And this is where you just have to remind yourself, I am safe. I'm totally supported with the universe. The universe has my back 155%. And if I show up, I promise it's going to show up. Trust me, I've seen it a billion times.
Also, with that, I do understand that a lot of the people who are going to need not necessarily Dream Life Mastermind, because that's the upper level, but 21 days to money to level 1, the people that need that are probably the people that are in their money fear. Yeah. They're probably literally in it. They're probably like, fuck, you want me to do what? You need it more than ever. And I'm not saying that it's easy to take that first step, but 21 days to money, which is level 1, will get you through that. We've literally seen it get people out of freaking debt. Like, come on, like, literally. And then the next one, level 2, Dream Life Mastermind, that one's being run live. And it's 4 weeks of 4 karma clearing sessions. 4 karma clearing sessions live based on the people who enter, and 4 manifestation for growth, in rapid growth in wealth, in abundance, in money, in career, in success, through specifically the methods that I know work the most powerfully, which again are a little bit different. We'll be doing sex magic, chaos magic, things that might make you go, you want me to do what? But it freaking works. So all to say, wherever you are on the spectrum, I also want to say I have had clients. Oh, this is important to say. I have had clients invest in me. I have had clients invest, like, it's not all this for the record, but like $10,000, $15,000 when they literally could barely have a house to live in. Oh, sorry, a home. I've had people spend their last freaking penny on working together with me, and there's a freaking reason. And I've seen them totally change their lives. I've seen that level of trust and taking them through the line to have the fucking changes that they deserved ages ago. And I love what you said. I wish I also started doing this kind of healing work ages past, but it just didn't pop into my life until 2017. But on the same end, I have also worked with millionaires and billionaires and people that might not be wanting the next stage of money, but they want something else. They want that spiritual growth. They want that fulfillment. They want to stop seeking outside of themselves. A lot of people in that area have a lot of like tribe karma. I'm telling you, there's an absolute pattern of this. Patterns of this. Some of the most wealthy people I've worked with have intense soul tribe, like betrayal karma, like maybe like 80%. It's wild. Like I'm finding all these patterns and I'm like, interesting. Okay. So I have worked with all financial worlds. All are welcome in Moon Rising. All will get what they need, whether it is more money, more wealth, feeling better in your body. Like, what if there was a time when we say this? I gotta share a little bit because I told you I would, Holly. A little share on the client I had in person today, who, by the way, is writing the first ever publication article in a luxury magazine, of which Moon Rising is the issue. We are the write-up. We are the publication. I literally heard her say, and it was insane to watch this woman's life literally change before my eyes and to hold that space as she was like clinging on to my blue calcite crystal. This one. Oh, I gotta clear that energy. Hello. She said, I haven't felt this myself in years.
Yes.
You are not what you've been through. You are not your trauma. You are not your difficulties. You are not your frustrations. That is all a lie. If you work with me, we will exit that, provided you're willing to rise, provided you don't want to stay stuck in victim. If you do, I'm sorry, I'm not the healer for you. But if you're willing to rise, the new tagline for Moon Rising is remembering the power of who you truly are for a reason. So, the fact that I've gotten to see you go from all the things that you said that those people you worked with and how they made you feel to where you are now beginning your own business and how
I'm telling you, and I think this is what was curious too, is I felt these things come up and I couldn't understand them because they didn't resonate with me in this lifetime. And then when you pulled them up on our sessions or we pulled them up in the group, and then I felt, that clearing, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I didn't even know that was there. It's like having a rock in the shoe and wondering why your shoes don't fit right, or your foot hurts. And you're like, oh no, these are really good shoes, but I don't know. And I kind of think of karma clearing as that too. You're just taking off clothes that no longer fit you or serve you. There are labels, and I love how you said that you are not that person. You are not that person. And a lot of things that we were told just aren't true. And so this is a call to action. Are you ready to be and remember who you were truly designed to be? And it's okay if you need a little more time, if comfort feels better for you. But I'm telling you, if you only knew what was on the other side of that comfort zone, you'd run. You would run. I would run. I would take the first jet over.
Right now, you'd be in my DMs right now saying, can I sign up now? Can I sign up today? When are we starting? When are we going? And if that's you, I invite you to do that now. There's little surprises coming out for people who sign up starting in the luxury mind. But if someone signs up today in my DMs, if someone trusts their gut, I will give you the same surprises that are not public yet. Trust yourself. Whatever it is that you want is possible. Even if it is not money that you want. I mean, who would not want money? But you never know. And even if it is a further connection to your spiritual self and your spiritual gifts and your spiritual alignment, and how you help move and change humanity in the world, you will also get that through this work. You will, because I see people all the time open up as psychics, mediums, healers. I know that the other half of why I'm here, because I never advertise it, but these people just find me literally out of nowhere. I'll be like, you, and I'm like, how did you know? And so it's like, and I'm like, you motherfucker. Not exactly like that. Close, pretty damn close. Because someone the other day was like, I don't even know why I found your post, but I was like, I think you're supposed to be my spiritual guide. And I'm like, okay. I will help you learn how to use energy as well. We can do that. And I still think kind of one other big, there's always I could talk for 18 years. But
I know. There's so much. It's so awesome. How do you stop?
I don't know. This is why this happens to me every time. I'm like, oh crap, my live's another hour. I will not go an hour. I won't. Also have a facial. I need to get a facial. What was I going to say?
It's just so hard to keep the goodness in. And I guess that's where it's just you want to broadcast it. You want to tell people that this is available because this will change your life. This gives you all the things that you've been wishing and dreaming and hoping for.
Ooh, one other thing. Someone said to me the other day, I don't know how I can justify spending money on a self-led course.
Sorry.
Let's talk about that. If it was Mary Jane's self-led course, okay, maybe. But these are courses. First of all, to say the ones coming out right now, one is self-led and one's live. Okay, there is a live option. But the one that is self-led, it's self-led because it fucking worked. We're giving it again because it worked. Because it was successful, because people got out of debt, because people made the most money of their life ever that month for the first fucking time. That's why we're selling it again. Okay, so people thinking that a self-led course can't give me the change I want, I'm sorry, but that is in your head. If your head will stop you that much, then you got to rethink this. You've got to rethink these excuses. And also, I like self-led. And there'll be people that do live programs that can't come to the live, and that happened in CLEAR. There were probably, I don't know, 20% of people or so, 20 people. I don't know. There were 63 in total of you. And I think maybe there was a big chunk of people that couldn't come live. But when you watch that replay video, you get to watch it when you're ready to take in that information. And that's really nice, especially for the busy bees, the moms, the people juggling really intense jobs, multiple jobs. And again, let's not wait for that quote right time. The right time is now. This is to me so obvious, but I can't express it enough.
And anyway, it's so funny because two things came up.
Yes.
Self-led is Netflix on demand. I mean, we all watch Netflix on demand, and it is self-led, and we can binge watch that for hours, right? And the thing that came up when you said that too was, that sounds like a person that doesn't trust themselves. Because if it's self-led, are you afraid you won't show up? Are you afraid that if you put the money there and you're not held accountable because you don't show up for the live, that you're afraid that you won't go through the whole course?
What if you being accountable for yourself is the most important decision you ever make?
Yeah.
What if that's the point of change? What if that's the moment you get to change it? What if that's the change point?
The first step. Ooh, I just got chills again.
Me too.
Some of my most powerful courses have been self-led because of what you said, the flexibility of being in the space to receive it.
Absolutely.
I'm excited about it. I took the live and I'm taking the self-led. Like, I'm doing it all. Once you know, y'all.
It's really true. Like, once you start moonrising and you see the changes, you're just like, okay, well, this is my best kept secret. So yes, but this is really what I want to start changing, everyone. It is so unfair to humanity for this to be a secret. So for the first time ever, I am asking universe to send me people to be affiliates of Moonrising, because this beyond, like, this has the ability to completely change the world. And I'm not saying that out of a space of fluff. I'm saying it can, and it will. It will, because I'm a manifester and I always get it. If I say it, it is so. It's true though. It's really true. Anyway, manifested by human design. I'm getting off topic. The world deserves this. You deserve this. You, Holly, and you, everyone, deserve this. And this next stage, these next people that do the next program, which, as I said, that time to, yes, Pia, I got you. I'm telling you, you guys are my arms. Those that know, you are my arms to spread this to the world. So that is now how it's going to be. There's going to be ambassadors of Moonrising, because it's meant to be global. Because what if, I can't get over this. What if as many, okay, sorry, but I'm going to go here in a weird way. We were like, okay, we got to get all these COVID vaccinations around the world. I'm not going to say if I'm pro-vax or anti-vax, because I'm not here for any arguments, and that's not the point. But what if instead of that, we spreaded healing?
Yes.
What if that percentage of the world population, whatever that is, I don't know, it's a weird example, that's the best I can come up with, did healing work? What if every single person was a Moonrising member, which, by the way, starts at $47. So if $47 for changing your life isn't worth it, what are you doing? I'll be honest, that programs are of a slightly higher price point, but worth every penny. So let's get out of our pain. Let's get out of our excuses. Let's get out of our things of where we believe suffering must come. Or, I'm sorry, I'm just spilling all the truth tea. If we believe that suffering has to happen as a result of clearing something else. No. Who taught you that? It sure wasn't me.
No.
We get to be infinite. We get to be love. We get to be compassion. We get to be, the high priest, the high priestess. We get to be wealthy. We get to be loved. This is how you get there. I got nothing else to say. That's all I got to say.
I've got one thing to add. If the money is still a struggle, if the money still feels like a stretch, I invite you to think of it this way. My karma clearing did not only help me. I watched my sister. Hey, I'm thinking about things different. You're thinking about things different. We're doing things different. I watched my interactions with my mom change. I watched my interactions with my dad. And if it is true, y'all, that we are collective beings in the universe, when we heal ourselves, we don't just heal ourselves. And so if you need to take this money and you need to divide it, my mom, my dad, my sister, my kids, spread that wealth, spread that love, and then ask yourself, is my kid worth $47 or whatever it comes out to be? Because you are impacting them in a huge way, healing yourself.
Oh my God.
And that's all I'll say.
Oh, that was so perfectly said. I am so grateful to you. This is why, I am the expert in healing, not the expert in explaining it. That was so perfectly said. Same thing's true with my mom. Seeing her make progress through my progress.
Yes.
Insane. So, my friends, hop in my DMs if you're like, fuck it, I'm ready now. And everybody and their mother had better be signed up and in their seat for Luxury Month, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. I don't want to see nobody not there. If you can't come, you best be watching that video within 5 hours after. Okay?
Okay.
I will drop the link as soon as I get off the job. Thank you so much, Holly, for being with us, for sharing your experience, for sharing your wisdom on what it looks like from the end of doing it. Also to say, I think this is obvious, but also I've done this for years. But again, I'm sharing it, so no, it's best to come from you sometimes and over me. So thank you.
Thank you. I can't not talk about this. It was a profound and transformational pivot for me. And I'll forever be grateful for the whole moon rising and all the gifts that you share with us. And just wait until she does her singing karma clearing. I'm telling you guys, it's something special. And her whole team is so supportive and so amazing. You'll fall in love with the whole group of them, because I sure did. They really are the best. Yes, it's true. All right. Love to you, girl. I'm going to press end, but we'll still be here. So I'm going to press Bye, everyone.